Great. All right, good afternoon. It's 1 p.m. December 20th. This is the second regular meeting of the Board of Commissioners for the month of December, our last meeting. Well, is it our last meeting of the year? Possibly. It's our last regular. All right. Good afternoon. I'll ask everybody to please silence your phones for the meeting. And in just a moment, join me in the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. All right, and I will entertain a motion for the approval of the agenda. I did speak with our Justice Center facilitator, Katie Welter, and it seems like the holding cell contract, let's see, let me guess. Thank you. The bid for construction of temporary holding cells. We begun, I think, on putting this on this or today's agenda, and there's some more design work that needs to be done from Anderson Hollis. So it's requested that we table item 7 until January 5th, and that's the meeting where we will look at. Chris, do you recall what all we're looking at there? We're getting the bids. Are we getting bids on January 5th?
Let me look here.
Isn't that the project management?
Yeah.
So it's the RFP award, so the bid award for the project management for the Justice Center.
Okay. And then we'll
So
add,
we can add that to it. Okay.
we'll add this for the temporary holding cell work.
Okay.
Then once we have all those parts and pieces kind of worked through and the documents. So I'd like to suggest we table that item.
Okay.
And I don't have any other changes on the agenda.
I don't.
Okay. All right, I'll entertain a motion for the approval of the agenda with item number 7 being tabled to a special meeting January 5th, 2022.
So moved.
Second,
All right, any further discussion?
None for me, thank you.
none for me.
All right, thanks. Hearing none, all those in favor? Aye.
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 Great. All right, well, I will post our agenda then in the chat before we keep rolling. And as I'm doing that, I'll move on to community informational items. Commissioner Marcella, you have anything for us?
No, nothing today. Just hope everyone has a safe holiday and good luck bringing in the new year. So
Great. Commissioner Fiedler?
Maybe just quickly say, so at the end of January next year, 22 already, to get used to that. CDOT, our regional planning, Intermountain planning region is sort of reconsidering elements in the 10-year plan for CDOT work. So been working with CDOT staff on some potential Lake County additions to that. So if people have an interest in CDOT projects on state highways, not our county roads, unfortunately. Next couple weeks is the time to speak up and add those to the consideration.
Thanks. And I don't have anything at the moment for community informational items. Any commissioner clarifications?
none for me, thank you.
None for me.
All right, I have none either. I'm trying to copy and paste this. Not working. Huh. Apologies. Hold on, let me try this again. There we go. Okay, now on to public comments on items not on the agenda. We actually don't have any, I don't think we have any public staff in the room. Anybody online that would like to submit a public comment? I don't see any hands raised. If you'd like to unmute. Going once, going twice. Okay, no, I don't see anybody interested in giving public comment. And with that, we'll move into new business. First on our items of new business, we have resolution 2118 for the certification of mill levies for Lake County. And do I have, you have it, Crystal? Come on up. Sure. We kind of not used to coming in across the table.
Would you like me to go ahead and do that?
Would you for us, please?
I will do my best. because,
Thank you.
Note to self, Jeff needs a coffee.
Okay, I have resolution 21-18 for the certification of mill levy for Lake County. Be it resolved that the Lake County Board of County Commissioners hereby certifies the following mill levies to be extended upon the assessed valuation of $225,464,191 for Lake County for the year 2022. The mill levy for general operating expenses for 2022 is set at 41.999 with total revenue of $9,469,271. Mills are allocated as such. General fund 33.175 with total revenue of $7,479,775. Human services 0.965 at $217,573. The ambulance fund is set as 3.320 for revenue of $748,541. Capital acquisition fund is set at 2.539 for total revenue of $572,454. The insurance fund is set at 0.5 mils for total revenue of $112,732. Mine closure is set at 1.5 mils for total revenue of $338,196. Again, for the total mills assessed of 41.999, total revenue at $9,469,271. Passed and adopted at a special meeting of the Board of County Commissioners this 20th day of December 2021.
Thank you very much. Maybe we just edit that for the regular meeting, not special meeting.
Yeah.
But perfect. Any questions for finance?
None for me, thank you.
Not for me.
Okay. I will make a motion that we approve resolution 21-18, the certification of the mill levies for Lake County.
Second.
Okay, and I'll just add if we could, do you have this edited version? Okay, can you just change that to the regular meeting of the Board of Commissioners, please? Perfect. Any further discussion?
None for me, thank you.
Not for me.
All right. Hearing none, all those in favor? Aye.
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 Great. Thank you, Crystal. All right, item 2 is resolution 2119, certification of mills for additional taxing entities within Lake County. Do we have a completed?
And I apologize, Patty, if you did send that to me, it's lost in my emails.
This is with the latest additions that we received this morning. Okay, that should be everything.
Perfect.
Right, Crystal, or do you want me to read it? I can do it, whatever you'd like.
Sure. Can you read it?
Sure. Okay, this is resolution 21-19, mill levy resolution for fiscal year 2022. Be it resolved that for the purpose of raising revenue for various funds and for paying for appropriations heretofore made and the necessary expenses and liabilities for Lake County, Colorado, And pursuant to section 39-10-114-1A there is hereby levied and assessed the following number of mills upon each and every dollar of all taxable property, real, personal, and mixed within the said county of hereinafter named funds, the following levy. Fund operating expenses, 40 levy in mills, 41.999 for a total of 41.999. Be it further resolved that whereas the city of Leadville has made a levy for municipal purposes and the same has been certified to the Board of County Commissioners as provided by law. Therefore, there is hereby levied and assessed on the account of the city of Leadville for all municipal purposes on all taxable property within the limits of the city of Leadville, which is subject to taxation for the tax year 2021 payable in 2022. That's just an error right here. A tax upon each dollar as follows. General fund, 18.900 mils. Refunds and abatements, 0.145 for a total of 19.045. Be it further resolved that whereas the Lake County School District R1 has made certain levies for school purposes and the same have been certified to the Board of County Commissioners as provided by law. Therefore, there is hereby levied and assessed on account of Lake County School District R1 for school purposes on all taxable property within the limits of the Lake County School District R1, which is subject to taxation for the tax year 2021 and payable in 2022, a tax upon each dollar as follows. Mill levy per House Bill 30-1418, 26.514 mils. House Bill 20-1418 tax credit, 2.045 mils. House Bill 20-1418 net mill levy, 24.469. Authorized override, 2.961 mils. Bond redemption, 8.443 mils. And abatements, 0, for a total of 35.873 mils. Be it further resolved that whereas the Board of Directors of the Leadville Sanitation District has made a levy for their purposes and the same has been certified to the Board of County Commissioners as provided by law. Therefore, there is hereby levied and assessed on account of the Leadville Sanitation District for their purposes on all taxable property within the limits of the Sanitation District, which is subject to taxation for the tax year 2021, payable in 2022, a tax upon each dollar as followed. General operating expenses, 3.222 mils for a total of 3.22 mils. Be it further resolved that whereas the Board of Directors of the Sylvan Lakes Metropolitan District has made a levy for their purpose and the same has been certified to the Board of County Commissioners as provided by law. Therefore, there is hereby levied and assessed on account of Sylvan Lakes Metropolitan District for all their purposes on all taxable property within the limits of their district, which is subject to taxation for the tax year 2021 payable in 2022. Tax upon each dollar as follows. General operating expenses, 2.726. Water related expenses, 14.177 for a total of 16.903 mils. Be it further resolved that whereas the Board of Directors of Colorado Mountain College, of which Lake County is a part, has made a levy for their purposes and the same has been certified to the Board of County Commissioners as provided by law. Therefore, it is hereby levied and assessed on account of Colorado Mountain College for their purposes on all taxable property within the limits of Colorado Mountain College taxing area, which is subject to taxation for the tax year 2021 payable in 2022, a tax upon each dollar as follows. General operating expenses, 4.013 for a total of 4.013 mils. Be it further resolved that whereas the Board of Directors of St. Vincent General Hospital has made a levy for their purposes and the same has been certified to the Board of County Commissioners as provided by law. Therefore, there is hereby levied and assessed on account of St. Vincent General Hospital districts for their purposes on all taxable property within the limits of St. Vincent Hospital District, which is subject to taxation for the tax year of 2021 payable in 2022, a tax upon each dollar as follows. General operating expenses, 9.1 mils and abatements of 0.008 for a total of 9.114 mils. Be it further resolved that whereas the Board of Directors of Brooklyn Heights Metropolitan District has made certain levy for their purposes and the same has been certified to the Board of County Commissioners as provided by law. Therefore, there is hereby levied and assessed on account of Brooklyn Heights Metropolitan District for their purposes on all taxable property within the limits of the Brooklyn Heights Metropolitan District, which is subject to taxation for tax year 2021 and payable in 2022, a tax upon each dollar as follows. General operating expenses, 5.000 mils for a total of 5.000 mils. Be it further resolved that whereas the Board of Directors of Mountain View Village Water and Sanitation District has made certain levy for the purpose and the same has been certified to the Board of County Commissioners as provided by law. Therefore, there is hereby levied and assessed on account of Mountain View Village Water and Sanitation District for their purposes on all taxable property within the limits of Mountain View Village Water and Sanitation District, which is subject to taxation for tax year 2021 and payable in 2022, a tax upon each dollar as followed. Fund is contractual obligations. The levy in mills is 50.000 for a total of 50.000 mils. Be it further resolved that whereas the Board of Directors of Panarch Estates Metropolitan District has made certain levy for their purposes and the same has been certified to the Board of County Commissioners as provided by law. Therefore, it is hereby levied and assessed on account of Panarch Estates Metropolitan District for their purposes on all taxable property within the limits of Panarch Estates Metropolitan District, which is subject to taxation for the tax year 2021 and payable in 2022, a tax upon each dollar as follows. General operating, 12.370 mils for a total of 12.370 mils. Be it further resolved that the aforesaid levies are the levies certified to this Board of County Commissioners by each governmental district, and this board makes no determinations as to whether the same are in compliance with state statutes or Article X, Section 20 of the Colorado Constitution, passed and adopted at a regular meeting of the Board of County Commissioners this 20th day of December, 2021.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay,
Okay,
what's that stuff?
The school district should be 35.875.
so. Do you have, the breakdown of where that additional 0.004 goes?
I just added it up on my calculator. and
Okay.
made sure it added up to 35.877.
Okay,
The school district? Yeah,
yeah,
just to double check, and it does add up. on here.
okay,
So I think all the numbers you read are correct. I think. I wanted to just read them again.
yeah, just a second here. Okay, 26.514. And credit of 2.045. Which gives the net mill levy credit of 24,469. Okay, and then it's 2.961, 8.443.
Oh, that you had an old one. It's 2.962. 8.446.
I'll get you a copy of them too.
I didn't have a new one for school. I'm sorry about that.
446.
I'll send it here in the other.
Okay. So I added the,
Fix it anyway.
yeah, I added these on, I added them on there. I added the changes on there for you. Okay.
There were just a couple date changes and small corrections.
So, did we need to do anything with the cities, Stephanie?
So they never responded, theirs was done exactly, the math was done exactly. And, I tried to contact Levy again, and I didn't hear anything, so, the direction I got from Bolo was just go with the levy that they presented.
Okay.
Their revenue will be a little different than what they thought it would be, but I think Crystal said it's like.
So $1,200 bucks.
$46 less than what they calculated based on the valuation of the
Yeah, it's not kind of huge amount, but it is a little different.
Yeah, okay. But, and we did, I did talk to Greg, so he knows that that was a question of yours. So there, I know that they're actually, like, he saw that message from you.
Yeah, I did see the messages. I still need to check with Christiana today and just find out what our plan of action is to make it, to get it straight.
Okay, Mayor, did you hear, sorry, I forgot you were on here. Did you hear that, the difference was approximately $1,200?
Yes,
Right?
yeah, between the August and November,
Patient.
yes.
Yep, okay, very good. Thank you, Steph. I don't have any questions for you on that.
None for me. So,
Okay,
with those pending changes, then I will make a motion that we pass and adopt resolution 21-19. Pending the corrections of the school district mill levy and just one date typo.
I'll second.
any further discussion?
None for me, thank you.
Okay,
None for me.
thank you. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
I,
I'm gonna only leave with you is the 5 copies of the certification studies and revenue
Your signatures.
for signatures that need to go to property tax administrator, DOLA, schools, and then our copies that we keep locally in files, so.
Okay,
I'll leave those with you.
very good. We'll sign those at the end.
Thank you.
Thank you, Crystal.
Thanks, Crystal. Thanks, Stephanie. We appreciate you guys.
All right. Number 3, annual update from Continental Divide Cabins LLC. And Patty, do you have that for us? Thank you.
Thank you, Patty.
I suppose I could read this into the record if you'd like.
Sure.
All right. Let's see. Dear Commissioners, this letter is to serve as my annual update for the Continental Divide Cabins LLC located at 26467 Highway 24, cabin number 1 and number 2, Leadville, Colorado 80461. The cabins are located on the Point Breeze Lode R mining claim number 15286, section 15, township 8, range 80. Cabin number 1, the Continental Divide cabin was constructed during the summer of 2007. A certificate of occupancy permit number BP 2007-37 was issued on November 8th, 2007. Cabin number 2, the Point Breeze cabin, was constructed during the summer of 2011. A certificate of occupation permit number BP 2011-23 was issued on October 7th, 2012. We continued operating under pandemic conditions. The plan implemented in 2020 with the support and approval of Lake County Health, with whom we developed a safe operating plan, continued to work well. Our hut guests who since the 10th Mountains huts beginning in 1982 have been responsible for the leaving of the hut clean and ready for the next guests, proved even more diligent and caretaking upon departing, leaving the huts thoroughly cleaned and windows open to provide 3 hours for ventilation before the next guests arrived. I continue to contract with the 10th Mountain Division Hut Association to take reservations, collect nightly rental, have waivers and releases signed, and to provide use instructions. The 10th modified their webpage, www.huts.org, to emphasize COVID-19 policy and protocol. Maintenance of the cabins is the responsibility of the Continental Divide Cabins LLC, owned by C. Lee Rimmel. I personally and employees regularly visit the cabins to inspect, clean, replenish supplies, and perform needed maintenance. We continue to experience positive and safe use of our 2 cabins. Access to the cabins continues to be primarily from the Tennessee Pass Trailhead parking lot. However, some guests choose to park in the 10th Mountain Division Hut Association parking area located across Highway 24 in the Ski Cooper parking lot. In addition, a few park in the Crane Park lot on the Webster Gravel Pit Road and take the trail from this location. Some users stay and continue other 10th Mountain Division huts. Continue 2 other 10th Mountain Division huts, including Vance's, Sangre Frolicker, and the 10th Mountain Division Memorial Hut. The parking is more than sufficient with hut users choosing from the 3 parking areas available. I maintain and snowplow the Tennessee Pass Trailhead parking lot with permission from CDOT, their right-of-way, and the White River National Forest. The cabins are in Lake County, surrounded by San Isabel National Forest on the south side and the White River National Forest on the north. The separating landmark is the Continental Divide. User response, as indicated in the logbook, the guests write in, and from personal interviews by me, continues to be extremely positive. Users continue to span all ages, infants to seniors 80+ years old. We continue to attract first-time hut users, people who join more experienced hut users for their first winter backcountry experience. There were many parents who find this cabin's closeness to the trailhead an opportunity to bring their young children and the grandparents. All systems function exceptionally well, including the solar 12-volt DC lighting systems, wood-burning stoves, inside gas burners, outside barbecues, and the vault toilets, which are pumped annually. Sincerely, C. Lee Rimmel. Rimmel. All right. No questions there for me. Any concerns or thoughts from the board?
No, none for me. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you for the update, Patty. And no action is necessary on that. That's just a condition of their permit to give us our.
Madam
annual-
Chair, may I ask that you forward that letter so that we can put that into Lee Rimel's conditional use permit file?
Yeah, yep, you bet, Paul. We'll forward that to Land Use Department. Thanks.
Thank you.
Any comments from you otherwise, Paul?
No, none from me.
Okay. Very good. All right, number 4, lease amendment between the Board of County Commissioners and David and Jane Horning for the probation office located at Harrison Avenue. The probation, we have worked with legal in reviewing and revising the lease with the Hornings, and the Hornings are going to be doing some work that's been awaited by the probation office that's necessary for further security as they wait the anticipated space being developed and constructed in the Justice Center. So the big changes in this is a slight increase in the rental fee as well as the term, because our term had expired with them and was on a monthly basis. And so our new term is for another 3 years through 2024. Anything else that I missed there, Chris?
Fortunately, the amendment is super simple, just 2 pages, but one being the signatures, most of the substantive provisions in the original lease were still fine. So.
Great. Any questions on that?
No, none for me.
Any questions or concerns on the term there?
No.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah, as we anticipate, I think ideal construction time in 2024 of the Justice Center. Time will tell if we and when we get there. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But this should provide probation with a security and operating space. Okay. If there's no other comments, I will entertain a motion for the approval of the amendment to the existing lease with the Hornings.
So moved.
Second?
All right, and any further discussion?
None for me. Thank you.
Okay, all right. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
I
Let's see. And number 5, we have Community Connector Program Development, considering approval to direct staff to pursue the development and scope in the RFP, which has been provided to us from Amber McGee at the Rec Department. And we've talked about, that's this one here too. And so we had a quick work session with BAG last week, I believe it was, to talk about some community connectors and the programs or the process which they follow to do some outreach in our less reached demographics, to be sure that we have that feedback from parts of the community on our big projects like the Recreation Master Plan, our transit work, childcare, the wildfire etc. So this is, Amber, if you, I don't know if you want to present anything in particular here. But I know you've said that you kind of took the template that was provided to us and kept it the same, presuming that folks are used to seeing this language, and really just put a new due date, as we are first, I think, looking to tackle some more coordination with folks for outreach on the rec master plan. But it would be great if we could, our intention is to utilize this process for a number of different projects and programs. Anything else to add, Amber?
No, I don't have anything to add.
Okay. Great. Well, I'd love to entertain a motion for the approval of staff to go ahead and post this and then continue development for any other projects and programs that we might need to utilize this plan for.
I will make a motion that we approve the, I'm sorry, community connector development, program development, and RFP for community connectors for the rec master planning.
I'll second.
Okay. Any further discussion?
None for me, thank you.
None for me.
All right, good. Hearing none, all those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Thanks very much, Amber.
Thank you, Amber.
Thank you.
And six, we have a resolution 2121, a resolution considering support for the Cloud City Wheelers, a grant application for a community impact program grant from the State Board of the Great Outdoors Colorado Trust Fund, or GOCO, and the bike park project for the completion of Huck Finn. Amber, or I see Sterling's on too. I know you've been working with Sterling. Sterling, do you want to present this to the board?
Sure. Hello, everybody. Thanks for having me. Since 2019, the Cloud City Wheelers have been working on fundraising and working on the revamp of the bike park that we originally built in 2007, which was the first bike park open on county-owned land in Colorado. With that, or since the creation of the bike park, the skate park was built through GOCO funds. I think they received $350,000 through GOCO, and it's the skate park is amazing, and it also kind of lit a fire under the Cloud City Wheelers. Yeah, we want to see the completion of the Huck Finn area, and through this we have been fundraising locally. We've raised $94,000 locally, mostly through Pedal for the Park, which was 2 events that we've had, once in 2019 and once this year. The 2019 event raised $32,000, and this year's event raised $42,000, all in one day. Those were one-day events. So a lot of backing from the community on this. We are requesting $153,000 from GOCO, and that'll see the completion of this park.
And Sterling, you've been working with the rec department and GOCO, our new regional representative. Is that right?
Correct. We have been working with Dan, who is a local representative of GOCO. That's new this year. He lives in Chaffee County, and he's been a huge help. We were one of 52 applicants to the initial letter of interest stage of this GOCO grant, and we are down to the final 14 in the finalists. So it's a kind of big deal as far as where we're situated now in the potential for the funding. This is the second time we have applied for this grant. We applied in 2019. They didn't have the 2020 round of this community impact grant. So this is the first round since COVID hit. And to make it to the final 14 is pretty exciting for Lake County.
Amber and Sterling, is this competing with any other applications? And also, can you speak to a little bit about the continued maintenance and responsibility of the facility?
Sarah, are you asking if this is competing with other Lake County projects? To my knowledge, no one else. I mean, we have not submitted one through Recreation, but to my knowledge, no one else has submitted a Lake County project. Sterling? No.
None that I've heard. And speaking on for maintenance, the Cloud City Wheelers will conduct all maintenance on this new facility through an agreement that we haven't signed yet with the county, but we are drafting it we're in the process of drafting it to be the maintainers of this park.
And this resolution, I mean, we've done this similar thing with Build a Generation and Get Outdoors Leadville for GoCo. It's kind of a formality through their application process to just ensure that the right decision makers understand that this is being applied for and that those funds will be used as presented to them. So any questions for Sterling?
None from me. Thank you.
No questions. I'll say thanks. I mean, yeah, I think I agree. I mean, it seems like there's a lot of community support and a lot of work has gone into getting, the fundraising and planning to this point. So
Yeah, for sure. Do you need me to read into the record the resolution?
Sure.
I can.
Do you have it pulled up or what's our, oh, great, go for it, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. And the number is 21-21, is that right, Heather? Okay. All right, so this is resolution number 2021-21, sorry. Of the Board of County Commissioners of the County of Lake, State of Colorado, supporting the grant application for a community impact program grant from the State Board of the Great Outdoors Colorado Trust Fund and the completion of the Huck Finn Bike Park. Whereas the Cloud City Wheelers, CCW, a nonprofit organization based in Leadville, Lake County, also desires to partner with the Board of County Commissioners in applying for a Great Outdoors Colorado Community Impact Grant, requiring funding to complete the construction of improvements and updates at the Huck Finn Bike Park, the project. Whereas the Board of County Commissioners supports submission by CCW of a Great Outdoors Colorado grant application for the Huck Finn Bike Park, and if the grant is awarded, the Board of County Commissioners supports the completion of the project by CCW. Whereas the Board of County Commissioners in partnership with CCW have requested $152,512.49 from Great Outdoors Colorado to fund completion of the project at the Huck Finn Bike Park. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Board of County Commissioners that Section 1, the Board of County Commissioners hereby makes and adopts the recitals set forth above. Section 2, the Board of County Commissioners strongly supports application for a grant with the Great Outdoors Colorado and hereby finds and determines that such application will serve a public purpose and is in the interest of the public's health, safety, and welfare. Section 3, if the grant is awarded, the Board of County Commissioners strongly supports the completion of the project. Section 4, if the grant is awarded, the Board of County Commissioner hereby authorizes the chair of the board to sign the grant agreement with the Great Outdoors Colorado and expenditure of funds necessary to meet the terms and obligations of the grant agreement. Section 5, this resolution to be in full force and effect from and after its passage on approval. Adopted this 21st day of December, 2021. All right. So I will make a motion that we approve the adoption of resolution 2021-21, supporting the grant application for a community impact program grant from the State Board of the Great Outdoors Colorado Trust Fund for the completion of the Huck Finn Bike Park.
1 second.
Any further discussion?
None for me, thank you.
None for me.
Okay, excellent. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
I
Perfect. Thank you very much. Thanks, Amber. Thanks, Sterling.
Thanks, Amber.
Okay. Let's see what do we have next.
Project management.
Thank you. Okay. And our new number 7, since we tabled what was originally posted, opening for the proposals of project management of the design and construction of the Community Justice Center. And those were submitted to the Finance Department. Thanks, Crystal. Okay, thank you.
Yes, I received 3 proposals by the 9 a.m. deadline this morning for project management services of the Lake County Justice Center. Those we received are from Dynamic Program Management, CBRE. I have not found in here what that stands for, so I'll go with that. And Wember, WEMBER. I've botched that a few times. Those are the 3 that we received, as I said, all electronically this morning. So if you want, I kind of flagged the amounts quickly, at least the pages,
Yeah.
and for the total amounts. I've also forwarded them on to Katie Welter, and then it's my understanding, and Katie, correct me if I'm wrong, that there will be a review committee. I've kind of like fallen off the emails while I was out, and then they will be presented to the board according to the RFP schedule for recommendation.
Yeah, I think we're scheduled for sometimes for interviews tomorrow.
Yeah,
I have that in my calendar, and then
yeah.
go from there.
I was thinking next week, but tomorrow's the 21st, not next week. So, yes, it all happened very quickly. So the first one I have here is Dynamic Project Management or Program Management. I'm sorry. It looks like, just looking at their total proposed fee for, it says the fee proposal below is lump sum for scope of work per calendar year, with an estimated hours totaling over 4,000 for the duration of the project. Total fee proposal on page 19 of this packet is $555,275, and then travel reimbursables will be invoiced at cost plus 10% admin fee. Excuse me, I cannot speak to it.
Just a moment, Crystal. Katie, I see you're unmuted. Do you have a comment or a question?
No, I may after Crystal finishes going through.
Okay,
Thanks.
I see you. I just wanted to I have you up on my
Feel seen. Thank you.
The second one I have here is CBRE, proposal for project management, with a total proposed fee of $327,560. It says total fees with reimbursables. Again, all I did was receive these this morning. These are the first. I just flagged the page that said fees. So these are the first time I'm really looking at these. The next one is Wember. They have proposed total fees of $324,723. Let's make sure I didn't miss something on the next page. And that is their proposal.
Okay. Excellent. So we'll give those over to Katie, I think, leading that.
Yes, she has electronic copies.
Okay. Okay.
Katie, will you connect with them to schedule interviews for tomorrow then, or should I wait to? I have the whole day blocked out. I just want to make sure that I wait to hear from you, or.
Yeah, so one thing I wanted to ask you also, the RFP says that the board can select applicants to interview. I thought, given that we only had 3, we might try to interview all 3. Does that sound all right to you?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so what I'll do right now is ask for their availability, each one of the firms, and try to get that scheduled here this afternoon. I would like to offer them at least tomorrow and Wednesday, Kayla, but if they complete a doodle poll, hopefully we can find some overlap. Chris also said she could make herself available during those windows as well. Commissioner Mudge or Fiedler, are either of you available on Thursday? Should any of the bidders come back and say, gosh, I can only do Thursday? I asked that because the RFP mentions that the window would be Tuesday to Thursday this week.
Katie, I can make myself available on Thursday. I just found out that
That's
my
not
kids-
the preferred day.
Yeah, I just will have, I just likely will have the baby with me. But my older kiddos will have
Sure.
plans on Thursday, so I can make time on Thursday if that is a time that somebody's not available.
Sure. Okay, well, hopefully I'll have those times back here shortly. I'm guessing they're all waiting to hear from us, so.
Katie, do all three of us participate in scoring the proposals?
So I think you certainly can. My thought was that we would, based on the interview responses and the proposals themselves, that I could prepare an evaluation based on the criteria in our purchasing policy and get that to you, very shortly, within a day or two after the interviews. Underfunded courts also offers to review the proposals, and seeing as they are going to fund this position, that seems reasonable as well. And so but they might need a little more time to provide feedback. But I thought it would be nice if we could to find a time next week, maybe between Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, to review those, to review the criteria as we've done in the past. Does that sound all right to you, rather than trying to get all three of you together in a public meeting to review? Okay. And then we talked about giving notice to proceed and selecting a contractor on the RFP schedule, that would take place in a special meeting on January 5th. Do you all have that on your calendars still?
Yeah, we have that open still.
For 11, that's what I had in my calendar. Okay.
Yeah, Katie, and then we moved the holding cell stuff
Yeah.
to the same meeting. So we'll do both of those on January 5th.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense, and that way we can have all of those contracts ready to go by the 5th. There will be 3 contracts with the holding cell: the contractor who will build, the architectural firm who will do the plans, and then some hourly based project management services for that as well.
Okay.
Perfect.
I'm excited to look at these.
Yeah. I could, it sounds like Commissioner Marcella is going to be available, but I could be available Thursday afternoon if necessary.
Great.
Same here, but I think if you can swing it, Kayla,
Yeah.
I think having the same person.
Do all three? Yeah.
Makes sense.
Okay, so then I think it'll be Commissioner Marcella, Chris, and myself. Based on Tim has some availability, but not as much this week.
Okay.
All
I
right.
think that's fine, Katie.
Okay, and then I will get you those evaluations, written evaluations, and you can use the same scoring matrix to do your own scoring as well. But we can try to get something scheduled for next week between the committee, which I think should include Tim at that point, to review.
Katie, it's Crystal. Sorry, I know
Hey,
you.
Crystal. Oh, hey, Crystal.
Excuse me. Who would you like me to send out? I can send out copies of these proposals. I can send it to all of the commissioners, Chris,
Tim?
And Tim.
Tim as well. Is there anybody else you would like me to send it out to?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I'll go, if it's all right with you guys, I'll go ahead and share with the underfunded courts, and if they have input. They have staff architects who, have been through this process many times, and be helpful to have their input, but I don't mind sending to them, and I can copy you, Crystal. I've been copying Crystal on all communications pertaining to this, so I can just keep doing that.
Okay.
Very good. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Crystal.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Just in time.
All right, and we did the opening of the bids and our final new business item, number 8, authorization of Todd C. Hennis request to share driveway easement with Larsh Family Trust. I have that queued up too to read. Authorization for assignment. This authorization for assignment is entered into on December 20th, 2021 by the Board of County Commissioners of Lake County for and on behalf of Lake County, a political subdivision of the state of Colorado, grantor at the request of Todd C. Hennis, grantee, as the grantee of an easement for the benefit of Lot 7, National and Union Placer across the National and Union Placer Mineral Survey number 4526, the property from the grantor recorded at Lake County Reception number 381752 and 381753. Whereas grantee petitioned grantor for an easement for a private driveway and utilities across a portion of the property. And whereas pursuant to resolution number 2014 recorded on October 15th, 2020, grantor approved such petition and thereafter entered into an easement agreement with the grantee dated June 18th, 2021, easement agreement, which resolution reflected that the grantee would make the driveway available as a shared driveway to the other 3 landowners of lot 4 through 6 of the National and Union Placer. And whereas Kurt A. Larsh and Rita B. Larsh as trustees of the Larsh Family Trust dated April 23rd, 2013, which owns lot 6 of the National and Union Placer, have requested inclusion by the assignment in grantee's easement, and grantee wishes to non-exclusively assign and share the same. And whereas the easement agreement allows said assignment and sharing only upon the express written authorization of the county. Now, therefore, it is determined that such assignment and sharing of the driveway would be in the best interests of the parties and is consistent with the intent of the resolution and easement agreement. And in witness whereof, grantor hereby authorizes the grantee to non-exclusively assign to and share said driveway easement with the Larsh Family Trust, its successors, and assigns upon the condition that the Larsh Family Trust and any successors and assigns thereof comply with all applicable terms of the easement agreement. I have no questions on this. Any questions from the commissioners for legal?
I don't have any questions.
Actually, sorry, I should have put this, why, just for my own education, why does this even come before the BOCC? Like, why is this something that we have to hear?
It's an easement across county line.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I'll just pull up
Okay.
the area. This is like southwest of the airport, a little bit here, Jeff. So these are like 3 this is county land surrounding these
Okay.
subdivided lots in holdings, kind of. And so, yeah, there's
no access.
we just have to recognize it's the same easement. It's the same, it's
Yeah.
physically there. We just have to recognize that is granting access to each parcel.
Upon their request. Yeah.
Upon
their
It was
request.
to avoid having to do a separate
separate-
easement with each of the property.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I think I just read it too quickly and was like, why are we hearing about
No, yeah, not perfectly legitimate question and reminder too, because we do have like driveway easements that go through administrative process, but this just happens to be a little bit different. All right, if there are any questions or concerns, I'll entertain a motion to approve the authorization for assignment of this. Well, sorry, maybe we want to read the whole thing. I'll entertain approval for the authorization for assignment on behalf of Lake County by request by Todd C. Hennis for the benefit of Lot 7, National and Union Placer across the National and Union Placer Mineral Survey number 4526. Recorded by Lake County Reception number 381752 and 381753.
So moved.
Second?
Okay, any further discussion?
No, thank you.
All right, Hearing none, all those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
I,
Thanks. Thanks for working on that, Chris.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, and now we have reports, minutes, bills, and payroll. I'll entertain a motion for the approval of the Veterans Service Officer Report for November 2021.
So moved.
second.
Okay, any further discussion?
No, thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, all those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
I,
All right, and we have minutes that have been tabled for the regular meeting held August 2nd, 2021. Did we get review and
Yeah, I went through, Jeff sent an email this morning that he went through and listened to the Zoom recording and made the edits in the minutes, and so I reviewed those and I feel comfortable with those.
okay, great. And just to, just to quickly explain, I said it in the email, but just to say in public record, I went through and listened to the recording and the YouTube just to make sure that we didn't overstate what our actual discussion was. And I did, I think what we had in there before was fine, but I just kind of rearranged the order a little bit to match exactly how we got there.
okay. And I'll just abstain from both of these votes since I was not present in either one.
Sure. Do you feel good about, okay? So I will make a motion that we approve the minutes for the regular meeting held on August 2nd and the regular meeting held on August 16th. With edits from Jeff and Katie, Jeff, Commissioner Fiedler and Katie Welter. All right.
Okay. Any further discussion?
No, thank you.
All those in favor?
Aye.
I,
Good. No abstain. And I'll entertain a motion for the approval of bills and payroll for pay period ending December 3rd, 2021.
So moved.
second.
Okay, all those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
I,
And entertain a motion for the approval of bills and payroll for pay period ending December 17th, 2021.
So moved.
second.
Any further discussion?
No, for me, thank you.
Me.
All right, all those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Great. And I think that will conclude our meeting. We don't have any public left on Zoom or in the room here. Any other comments from folks left in the room before we adjourn?
No, I think so.
Okay. All right, hearing nothing, we will adjourn at 1:57. Thank you so much.
Thanks.